Hi friends, this is Leigh from Agàpē Studios. Welcome to Seven Seals of Revelation, a creative journey through the human energy centers, the chakras, where art, sound, and geometry meet the story of the soul. In this series, I'll be sharing each of my carved seals, exploring how they reflect the seven primary chakras. Seven unique lenses through which consciousness expresses and evolves through the human form. We'll move step by step from the root to the crown, tracing the path of spirit as it descends into matter and rises again through awareness. The journey of soul remembering itself. Each seal will be activated and sealed through voice and sound, using my Tibetan singing bowls to tune each piece to its natural resonant frequency. The bowls will create a vibration that harmonizes with the geometry and intention of each artwork, allowing the frequency of the piece and of you, the listener, to come into coherence. Together, we'll listen, feel, and remember that art is not just seen, it's heard, felt, and lived. My hope is that these reflections inspire you to see that you've never been separate from spirit, but are spirit itself, expressing through color, sound, and form. So take a breath. Come into stillness and join me as we begin this unfolding of the seven seals of Revelation, a journey through the frequencies of awakening and the art of being human. Before we begin this journey through the seven seals, I invite you to pause with me in sound. These are my Tibetan singing bowls, each tuned to the natural resonance of the seal it will accompany. Sound carries intention. When we strike a bowl, vibration moves through air, through matter, and through us. As each tone rings out, it clears space, space for stillness, for breath, for awareness to rise. The lower bowls anchor the earth currents. The higher tones open the pathways of light. Together they form a bridge between the visible and the unseen, between art and spirit, form and frequency. With this tone, we open the field for Seal 1, Mūlādhāra. May this sound ground us in presence, root us in the moment, and prepare us to receive the wisdom of the earth beneath our feet. This is Seal 1, Mūlādhāra, the root, the portal of incarnation. Here, spirit enters form, the first breath of matter, the first heartbeat of human experience. Mūlādhāra rests at the base of the spine, resonating with the element of earth, solid, dependable, grounding, rooted. Its geometry is the square within the circle, matter held within consciousness, the foundation of the temple we call the body. Its seed sound, the Bija mantra, is Lam. The vibration Lam of Lam calls our awareness back into the body, into the soil of the present moment. It's the hum of stability, the pulse that reminds us we belong here. Around the root are 4 petals, each carrying a sacred sound: va, sha, sha, sa. Together, they form the 4 pillars of embodied life: vitality, simplicity, strength, and presence. When these tones move in harmony, we feel safe, supported, alive. When they fall out of tune, we may feel anxious, disconnected, or caught in survival mode. Va awakens grounded vitality, the energy that says, I am alive in this body. When unbalanced, it becomes fear or exhaustion. Sha brings purification through simplicity, the calm that comes when we release what we no longer need. When distorted, it clings to the material, mistaking possession for safety. Sha carries the tone of strength, reliability, endurance, and trust in the slow rhythm of earth. When blocked, it hardens into stubbornness or resistance to change, when change is truly stable. And sa, the sound of stillness, reminds us to rest in the now, to feel the quiet pulse beneath our thoughts. When this tone dims, we lose presence, chasing the future or fearing the past. Chanting these 4 sounds, va, sha, sha, sa, we awaken the red flame of life that anchors the soul to earth. Lam. To seal the current with this lam, letting the vibration root through the soles of your feet. Mūlādhāra teaches us that matter is not separate from spirit. It is spirit made visible. The root is the doorway through which heaven becomes earth, and through which we remember. Being humans is holy ground. Beneath this seal lies a quiet well, a chalice shaped by the bones of the pelvis. Within it rests a latent current, coiled like twin streams of light, one radiant with warmth of creation, the other cool and silvery, receptive and reflective. These currents are sometimes called the sacred masculine and feminine. These 2 arcs of awareness that circle one another within the body's temple. When we breathe with attention, they begin to move, rising together through the central column of the light the yogic text calls the Sushumna. As this breath-born energy ascends, passes through each seal, touching the centers of sensation, emotion, and thought, awakening them into coherence. When it reaches the brow and crown, the inner fire meets the inner water, and the mind's eye clears. The ancient poets said the anointing occurs here. Not a physical oil, but a meeting of forces, intuition and reason, sun and moon, joined in the light of pure awareness. This ascent is not a race upwards, but a remembering, the whole spectrum of the self illuminated by one breath, the earth and the heavens joined within the spine of the living human. As we complete this seal, we close not a door, but a circle of sound. Each tone struck in these bowls carries the memory of what we've just explored. The vibration of this seal finding rest in silence. final note rise and dissolve, carrying your awareness back to breath, back to the rhythm of the body and the heartbeat of the earth. With gratitude, we seal this work in sound, anchoring its resonance with the stillness that remains. When the tone fades, let's just take a quiet moment before moving and allow the frequency of the seal to settle through every cell. So, thank you for sharing this space with me at Agàpē Studios. I'll meet you again as we open the next seal, Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, continuing our journey through the 7 resonances of light, sound, and the human soul. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste, friends.